What is up, Golden Rich? How are you, my guy? I am just checking in to make sure that I am officially live. I think I am. What is up, everybody? Hello from beautiful Pattaya, Thailand. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. I'm hanging out, chilling, having a beer or two. Life is good. If you're here currently in the live stream, please check in. Let me know if my audio is okay. Let me know if my visuals are okay. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching this on the replay, turn on the notification thing. There's a bell there. Click on the notifications, and you'll get notified when I'm live, and then we can hang out and talk like, in real time instead of you watching this on the replay. Sup? Zup? What's up? Power Gray's in the Philippines. Whiskey Town's in the house. Got Australia in the house. Power Gray, where are you at in Power Gray? Where are you at in the Philippines? Watching from work. Don't tell anyone. Shh. I will not tell your boss. I promise. Bristol, Tennessee. Very nice. I was talking about Tennessee tonight. Bangladesh is in the house. Wales, UK. We have pretty much checked off almost every continent, I think, except for Africa so far. Is anybody from Africa in the house? Western Australia's in the house. Yeah, I was talking about Tennessee tonight. I like Tennessee. If things in my life went horribly, horribly wrong, like horribly wrong, and I was forced to move back to the USA, Tennessee would be top of my choice. Yeah, I'm doing a Virginia's in the house. Very nice. I met a guy from Virginia today here in Pattaya. I think we're probably going to have a lot of Aussies in the house. Me doing this live stream this time of the day or evening. It is currently 8:17 p.m. here in Pattaya, Thailand. So it's very early morning in the US. Again, I'm doing some testing here, seeing how these live streams go this time of night. I think we're going to have a lot of Aussies and a lot of British people in the house. Tennessee, very nice. Pattaya, what's up? Got somebody from Pattaya. I will be in Pattaya, not this weekend, but next weekend. Tokyo, Tosh the Mosh is in Tokyo. There's a possibility, guys, that I'm going to Tokyo in January for Tokyo Auto Salon. Maybe. Samui's in the house. Very nice. Alexander's in Samui. Love Samui, man. Alexander, what part of Koh Samui are you in? I love Fisherman's Village, and I like Lamai a lot as well. Somebody else from the Philippines? Donder. Where are you in the Philippines, Donder? Heath has been up since 4 a.m. Dang, man. That's an early day. Yeah, I've had a busy weekend, guys. Very, very busy weekend. We will talk about it as we get more people in the chat, of course. But give you a little teaser. So this is kind of what my weekend looked like. The video coming out very soon. Look at that. That was my weekend. Oh, yeah. Cream pie is back, baby. Oh my God, dude. It felt so good to finally drive that car again. Holy crap. It immediately went back to the shop because we had to replace tires and fix a few small things. But, oh my God, dude. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, the link is in the video description. If you use Instagram, go follow me on Instagram and make sure you watch my Instagram stories. I post Instagram stories pretty much every day. Crazy amount every day. But yeah. Cream pie in the house, baby. Man. Lynch, it's P-A-I. P-A-I. cream pie, like that. It's not cream pie, it is cream pie. Yeah, man, had a very good weekend driving the car for the very first time. Put it on a tow truck and sent it up to Buriram, which is in the Isan region of Thailand, about 4 to 5 hours northeast of Bangkok, for what is the biggest classic car event in all of Asia. It's called the Chang Classic Revival, and it's a very, very big deal. It's a very, very big event, and I'm super stoked we were able to get the car done for the event. I wasn't able to actually track the car because we still didn't have tires. Toyo tires are on back order, or they're not available here in Thailand. So we're struggling to find tires. I found the rears today. So I bought a set of rears today, which was, my rears were completely gone, completely bald. But we had to fix a few other things. So it wasn't like track ready, but I was able to actually take it to the event, cruise around Buriram in the car, take it on the parade laps, which was super cool. Man, it was awesome. I go to Pattaya Friday to Sunday to the firework festival. Very cool. Is the firework festival this weekend? I wasn't sure. Is your TikTok account legit? I have a TikTok account. I didn't use it for a long time. I deleted all the content and then I started over. If it's the CB Media TikTok account, if it's this one, it is legit. If it's that, yeah, that's really me. If that's the one you're talking about, yeah, it's really me. The problem I don't like with TikTok is TikTok keeps you in the bubble where your IP address is located. Because my IP address on my phone is located in Thailand, it only pushes my content to other people in Thailand. Like all of my followers and all my comments are all Thai, which, I mean, I like Thai people, but like I want my content to be seen by other Americans who can relate, or, you know, I don't know. TikTok is weird. I don't really put a lot of time in it, to be honest. In Samui, my place is close to Lamai. Very nice. Lamai looks nice. Yeah. Let me see if I wanted to show you guys some of. So today, I got these drone shots, bro. I got these drone shots. Oh my god. I haven't looked at them. I really haven't really looked at them yet. Let me see. Will this work? Camera plus screen. Okay, yeah. This works. Okay. So, yeah, this event's a big deal. This event, like, okay, so this is, look at this. Oh, look, there's cream pie. You guys see cream pie? Cream pie is coming behind the Chang sign right now. Do you see it? So they allowed everybody, it's a track day, but they allowed everybody to go out and track for parade laps. And it was just so cool, man. It was just so freaking cool to see all of these like awesome retro cars from the 70s and 80s and 90s together, like just kind of cruising the track together. Look at this, man. Oh, there's, I see cream pie. How cool is this, guys? It was such a good weekend. Such a good weekend. So for those that don't know, Chang International Circuit is up in Buriram. Um, it is up in Buriram, and it's where they do the MotoGP. It's a very famous racetrack. Golden Rich is on the moon. Golden Rich, how much of the green stuff have you smoked tonight to get that high? Hi, Chad. Why reduces posting videos on your main channel? What are future plans for your YouTube channel? I try to post once a week. Um, I try to post once a week, but I think once a week is a good time frame, is a good schedule to have. Sometimes I miss a week. Sometimes I show up in an event and it's not as good as I planned it to be, so I don't film it. Sometimes there's bad weather and it rains, so I can't film it. Um, so things just go wrong. I mean, a lot of things go wrong in this country. Sometimes I show up in an event and all they do is blast American hip hop and pop music the entire event. So I can't film a video because it's just going to get, demonetized because or copyright striked because of the music. So yeah, I'm doing my best to try to stay consistent and post one video a week. Future plans for my YouTube channel is to stay consistent on weekly posting, not burn myself out by trying to post multiple times per week, diversify the way I make money off of YouTube, which we're trying to do on, with my buddy promoting his turbo diesel boat service, and some other stuff I have working on to try to, make more money in other areas instead of just relying on YouTube AdSense. Because YouTube AdSense can be up and down. The algorithm loves me, the algorithm hates me. I have a serious problem on my YouTube channel where, unfortunately, I attracted a large group of subscribers that are only on my YouTube channel to whack their tiny little wieners to Thai models with big boobies. And if there's not a Thai model with big boobies in the thumbnail, they will not click on the video and watch the video. So like a video, how awesome is this of me and all these cool classic retro cars at Chang International Circuit, the biggest, most popular MotoGP circuit in Southeast Asia. And half of the losers that are subscribed to my YouTube channel won't click on the video because there's no big booby Thai model in the thumbnail because they're a bunch of simps that should be on OnlyFans instead of YouTube. So like it because of me unfortunately attracting those simp losers to my YouTube channel, it's kind of messed up my channel when it comes to the algorithm because a lot of my subscribers won't click on my YouTube video because if they see my face or a cool car, they just don't want to watch because, well, they're simps. So unfortunately, the algorithm is not in my favor lately because a large group of my subscribers are once again loser simps that should be on OnlyFans instead of YouTube, if that makes sense. Are you still doing one-take videos? Yeah, those were fun. I enjoyed doing the one-take videos, but the one-take channel was actually this channel. I switched it from the one-take channel to live streams. Yeah, I'd rather see one video a week. Sometimes people post too many videos in a week and it's not good quality. Exactly. And you also have a problem where if you post multiple videos, you post 2 to 3 videos a week, people get behind and then they don't want to catch up. I think one quality like 15 to 30-minute video once a week that's really cool, that's very high quality, whether it has a pretty Thai girl with big boobies in it or not, is the right way to go about YouTube. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but, we'll see. My ex-girlfriend lives 5 minutes from that track. You are not the only one, sir. Like, almost everyone's Thai ex-girlfriend lives within 5 minutes of MotoGP. If you don't know, Buriam, I made a video back in the day when I used to make like travel videos and Thailand videos, and the title of the video was "The Most Beautiful Girls in Thailand Come from This City," and it was about the city of Buriam. And when you're in Bangkok and Pattaya and Phuket and you're just going about your daily business, if you see a very beautiful Thai girl and you talk to her and you ask her where you're from, she legitimately, it's like a 25% chance she's going to say that she's from Buriam. So if your ex-girlfriend lives 5 minutes from that track, She's probably pretty hot. Hi, chat. I saw a CB sticker in Soy Cowboy. Oh, wow. I don't know how that got there. I have no idea. I have no idea how that got there. Tosh the Mosh. If I do go to Tokyo, I'm not sure if I am going or not. I will be going for the Tokyo Auto Salon. And if I do, I will probably stay there 2 or 3 weeks, probably. Maybe a month. Maybe a month. Day and time of your upload surely makes a big difference. It does. Facts. I normally upload, I try to upload on weekends when it's around dinner time in the US. Because I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to YouTube, my favorite thing, my main time, I mean, I watch YouTube all the time. I love YouTube. But my main time to watch YouTube is when I'm eating dinner. Like, that's the go-to. Like, if I'm here, if I'm at my condo, I have it on my big screen TV. If I'm out at a restaurant, I have my AirPods in with my iPhone propped up against something, and I'm eating dinner and watching a YouTube video. Like that's just my go-to. I don't know about you guys. Yeah, she's hot. Yeah, she's from Buriram, dude. All the girls from Buriram are smoking hot, dude. Yeah, so this is the track. Look at that. Look how cool that is. Oh my God. Look at how cool this is. Unfortunately, I left. I left before this happened, which sucks. So they did this parade lap at night as well, where you have all the cars and stuff out on the parade laps, and they parked like this. Oh my God, dude, come on, look at this. I am so mad. Oh my God, I am so mad. Bro, I can't believe I missed this. God, I'm pissed. Look at this. I wasn't here for this. I left at like 4 p.m. and this happened at like 7 p.m. Damn it. Damn it. Urgh. I'm furious. So the reason I left was because to check in for the event, to get your little sticker for your windshield and to actually check into the event, you could check in Friday afternoon from noon to 5 p.m., right? Noon to 5. Cream Pie went to Buriram on a slide truck, and I flew to Buriram. And my flight from Bangkok to Buriram got delayed. I was supposed to land at 4 p.m., and it's a 30-minute drive from the airport to the track. I didn't land until like 4:45. I got to the track like 15 minutes late. So that means I had to check in for this event. It's called the Chang International Revival. I had to check into this event Saturday morning. Now, Saturday morning, you could only check in from 7 to 8 a.m. You had 1 hour. So I had to be up stupid early, leave my hotel, get to the track by 7:30, check in, and I was outside at the track all day. And by like 4 p.m., I was just exhausted. So I got in my car and left and went back to the hotel. And then this happened. Bruh. Dude. Keith, dinner time throughout the rest of the night watching YouTube. Same, bro. Same. Exact same. I do the exact same. So mad, dude. So mad. I can't believe I missed this. I am very upset. Yep, I could have had cream pie parked here with all these other cars. Man, I am upset. I am not happy about this. Oh well, now I know. So many times I show up at these events and I have no idea what the hell is going on. I just show up. Friday night, early Saturday Eastern time. Other auto YouTube take a break. Yeah, I try to upload kind of morning time here, evening time the US. Are you playing more bike tours when it stops raining? No, I will never do another motorbike tour ever. Not even for YouTube, just doing it in general. Um, post after COVID, now that all the traffic is back in Thailand, it is a terrible experience. It's extremely dangerous. For those that don't know, Thailand has one of the worst accident rates in the world per capita. Every year, Thailand is top 3 per capita worst road accidents in the entire world. And it's because of the mixture of like 50% cars and 50% motorbikes, and the driving style here with zero regard to safety or human life. Like, dude, like it is, you are on doing a motorbike tour here after COVID is over, and all the cars and the delivery trucks and the tour buses and everything are back on the road, bro, it is a mission to end yourself. It is. I did a motorbike tour on my X-Max when I first bought it. I rode from Phuket to Phang Nga to Krabi to Surat Thani to Koh Samui. I didn't film it. I just did it because I missed doing motorbike tours. And I was actually thinking about starting to do that content once again on my main YouTube channel. So I did the tour as a test, and I hated it. It was not enjoyable. It was stressful. It was scary. I almost died twice, and I was just riding. I wasn't riding and trying to film. Um, Not fun, man. It's not fun. Yeah, yeah. Safety fifth, dude. Safety fifth, and just they just don't care, man. Passing on blind turns, passing on blind corners. People in this country will risk your life, their life. They'll have their wife and kids in their car, and they will risk everyone dying if they can get somewhere 15 seconds faster. They will risk they don't care. They don't care, bro. They don't care about their life. They don't care about their kids. They don't care about their family. They don't care about you. They will risk everyone's lives just to make a pass on a blind corner if it means they can go around someone and they can get to their destination 15 seconds faster. It's insane. I just I actually don't want to think about how many people have had accidents over the past couple years after COVID coming to Thailand and attempting to do the same motorbike tours that they saw me do. Like, part of me wants to put out like a public service announcement. Yo, dude, the videos you saw me make in 2021, that is not the reality of the situation in 2024. That was fun and exciting and enjoyable and chill and cool. Now it's a war zone out there. Like, bro, like it is a war zone, and you are going into it on a 150cc motorbike with a real percentage that that you're going to have a delivery truck smash into you on your motorbike. Wildwind says, crash my V-Rod in southern Thailand to avoid hitting an old lady on a scooter. I believe it, man. Just 2 days ago here in Pattaya, I saw a guy on a Harley. Well, I didn't see it happen. I took a turn, and at the next intersection, there was a Harley on its side with a car next to it in the middle of the intersection, and I went around them. I tried to look to see. I mean, everybody seemed okay, but yeah, it's dangerous, man. It is dangerous, dude. I get that question a lot. I get that question a lot about the motorbike tour stuff. I probably need to put that in this coming up year's FAQ video. Cheers, Josh. Cheers. Those videos were great, man. Honestly, seriously, one of the best times of my life. One of the best times of my life. and I didn't realize how special that was then. Um, I just didn't realize. I didn't realize how special that time and experience was. And I don't think you'll ever be able to have that experience again, ever. Hopefully, unless we have like another, like, absolute total global pandemic. So pretty much take Grab if you're going to do a 30-day visit. I mean, if you're an experienced motorcycle rider and you are like, it depends on where you are. If you're in Bangkok, I wouldn't ride a motorbike. If you're in like, if you're in any like big central area, I really wouldn't ride a motorbike. Once you kind of get out of like the main areas, it's way safer. Like even central Phuket, I mean central Pattaya and like Patong, Phuket, like in the center area of Chiang Mai, it's dangerous. There's police checkpoints. If you don't have a license, they're gonna fine you. And Grab and Bolt, basically the Asian version of Uber, is so cheap that it just doesn't make sense. To ride a motorbike. If you just really want to ride a motorbike, you can do it. Just do it outside of those like central areas. Your CB sticker is still in Soy Cowboy. No idea how it got there. No idea. What is the safest car to buy in Thailand? The safest car to buy in Thailand. The safest car? Uh, I would say Toyota Hilux. I would say uh, Toyota Hilux, Ford Ranger, Ford Everest, uh, Toyota Fortuner. Um, Josh says small Honda. Yeah, a Fit. Yeah, you can buy a Fit, or they call it a Jazz here. Um, it's a good car, but if you're specifically looking for a safe car, like you have your family in the car, you'd want something bigger than a Fit, or they call it a Honda Jazz here. Like you buy a Ford Ranger, Ford Everest, Toyota Hilux, uh, Honda. If you want a Honda CRV. Honda CRV is a great buy if you want a safe car. Honda CRV is very difficult to beat here because they are dirt cheap. They're super reliable and they're super safe. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he said I was joking. I mean, dude, a Honda Fit, a Honda Jazz is a great car to buy here. I've been looking at them. I've been looking at Honda Jazzes for a daily driver, but I think I want something a little bit bigger. Uh, that has a little bit better chassis, like the suspension, the chassis is a little bit more compliant. The Honda Fit and the Honda Jazz, because it's such a small car and the way it's sprung, it's kind of like bouncy. So I want something a little bit more smooth. But safe car, Lexus LS series, yeah, or Toyota Camry. Toyota Camry is a great car to buy here. But yeah, you can buy the Lexus LS series here. You can buy a Toyota Lexus LS430 for cheap. That's a super great, super safe car to buy here. Yeah. I think Johnny put the CB sticker on Cowboy. Yeah, we'll blame it on Johnny. That works. Yeah, it's Johnny's fault. Heath, yeah, it does have more leg room, but honestly, like I drove one of the newer Honda Jazz, or you guys call it a Honda Fit. I drove one of those. I rented one not long ago, and even me being 6'4", bro, I fit in it fine. I fit in that car fine. The big problem with that car is it's just so short, and especially the driving that I do is mostly like highway driving, long distance highway driving from Pattaya to Bangkok and back. You want something that's a longer car that has a longer chassis because it's more stable on the highway, and the way that it deals with the highway, it's more stable, it's more compliant. It just works better on the highways here. But I mean, I actually fit really well in a Honda Fit or a Honda Jazz. I mean, my daily driver back in the US was a Volkswagen GTI, and it's the same size as a Jazz or a Fit. I don't think I will be at Klong 5 this weekend, dude. I don't think so. I think I will be here in Pattaya this weekend. I think it's probably going to be my last weekend in Pattaya for a very long time, though. Pretty much every weekend moving forward, I will be in Bangkok. Florida's in the house. Very nice. Boom. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Filled the back springs with tennis balls. Josh, yeah, I mean, that works. Or I could just buy a Honda Accord instead. I was going to do a live stream tomorrow morning, but man, my live streams that I do in the mornings, they're so difficult. Like in the mornings I wake up and I do these live streams normally, and just the entire time I'm doing the live stream, I'm thinking about my to-do list that I have to do, all the things I have to accomplish in the day. And I'm like, I'm not chill on the live streams because like I'm trying to get the live stream done so I can move on with my day and accomplish this massive list of things that I have to do. So excuse me. While I'm not sure if this is the best time to do live streams, I just prefer to do live streams this time. I'm more chill. I'm hanging out, having a beer. Can watch YouTube videos with you guys and just whatever. Yeah, dude. AOR 77, dude. They are those guys. They are those guys, man. They've been out testing a lot. I did a tour of their shop back when I had probably like, I don't know, 50, 60,000 subscribers many years ago. Those guys are legends, dude. Legends. When it comes to drag racing, legends. I want to see you do a mini truck and build, bro. I want to do a mini truck. Oh, dude, I want a mini truck so bad. I want a mini truck so bad. Um, I grew up reading mini trucking magazines and stuff, and mini trucking is thriving here in Thailand. There's an entire scene. There's entire groups of guys that they're still really into mini trucks, and man, I want one so bad. Hey, dude, I appreciate it, man. Hey, Chad, we don't say this often enough, but thanks for the awesome content, hours of editing. Truly appreciate it. I think I speak for everyone here. I love the channel. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. Golden Rich says, I appreciate the videos without the girls. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you for supporting me and watching my videos, even if you don't see big boobies in the thumbnails. Listen, I love big boobies as much as you guys love big boobies, okay? And there will always be hot Thai models with big boobies at car shows here in Thailand because they're not into the woke, like feminist style stuff here. I appreciate that. And when I can, if they're there, I'm always going to film them. But sometimes you go to a car event like a Porsche track day or an American muscle car meet, like what my last video was, and there just aren't any Thai models with big boobies there. And if you still watch that content because you enjoy my videos, you want to support me, you enjoy what I do, and you enjoy Thailand car culture, then you guys are the real VIPs. Because like I said, there's a lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people that are subscribed to my YouTube channel that just, if there's not a big titty Thai chick in the thumbnail, they're not clicking on the video. And I try my best to completely roast these losers every chance I get because I despise them, because they annoy the hell out of me, because they're just fucking losers. Like, bro, go rub one out and like fix your life. Like, get a girl for real and then come back to YouTube. I'm sorry. Thank you, Chad. Leave the girls in the videos. Oh, they're being left in the videos. But I'm just saying I appreciate the guys that are watching the videos with or without the girls. You guys are the real VIPs. Tony says, Chad, you once mentioned that a fully restored Mercedes could be purchased. What the hell happened? I think he deleted his comment. I was in the middle of reading it, then dude's comment just disappeared. Right? I was reading that comment. Yeah, his comment just disappeared. Because a lot of those cars are owned by Farangs. I'm not sure what he's talking about. Lynch's Custom Auto says, I have a wife, but it doesn't hurt to look. Facts, sir. Facts. There's nothing wrong with taking a peek. There's nothing wrong with taking a little peek. Sam was asking, how is my BMW? Sam, we were talking about it at the beginning of this video. This beginning of the live stream, but you probably joined us. So for those that are just joining us, I want to show you something. This is a video from Sunday. I want to make sure. Hold up. Oh, cream pie is back, baby. Oh, cream pie is so back. I love it, man. Bro, I drove that car around Buriram. We're talking about middle of nowhere, 5 hours northeast of Bangkok, middle of nowhere, dude. And I drove that thing around Buriram all weekend long. I'm talking about I drove it. I just drove it just to drive, bro, just to drive, man. Look at that. Parked outside my hotel. Look at that, dude. Man. Casey says, what's up, Chad? I watch all the vids, no matter about the models. I'm married with 2 kids, and I paid for the wife's boobies, so I don't need to see them on car shows, but I get what you mean. Hey, dude. Hey. Sounds like a great life. Cheers to that, sir. Cambodia's in the house. Cream pie handling better? Yeah, it's okay, man. It's okay. We gotta replace tires, fix the alignment. The steering wheel's crooked. They're handling that now. The car's in Bangkok. It should be done, I would say Monday or Tuesday next week, like really done. And then I can take it to some events for the rest of the year, bring it back down here at Pattaya, and actually go drive it and enjoy it. So I'm so happy. I'm so happy, dude. Look at this. Oh, I got a really good video for you guys. Here you go. Look at this. Love it, man. Yo, Hawk Storm, what's up, man? Lynch's Customs. All right, man. Be safe. Have a good day at work, brother. Casey says he does photography as well, so that's what brought him to the channel. Nice, man. What kind of photography do you do, Casey? And what are you currently shooting with? Duke, it does. The sound is unreal. Sound is unreal, man. People were walking up to me all weekend at Chang International, like, what engine is in that car? Why does it sound like that? I was worried the coilovers might be too harsh for Thai roads. Wild Wind, are you talking about the coilovers that are on my car, on my E30? Or what are you talking about? I have Olin's on my E30, and they're pretty good. Um, but Thai roads, man, they're rough. They are. They're rough. You can't really. You can't. I mean, you're not really concerned too much about like the biggest concern is speed bumps. There's just all these like speed bumps and bridges. Bridges are the main problem in Thailand because you have these bridges that go over all these canals in Bangkok that just the incline, like the rate of the incline for the bridge, it's like, bro, like a stock Toyota Camry would scrape its bumper. There's no way I can get my BMW over that shit. So you have to really like know the route that you're driving in a car like that. That's one of the reasons I moved out of Bangkok. I love the camber on the rear wheels. How do the new coilovers handle? There is a lot of rear camber on the car. A lot. A lot of people hate it. Um, and I'm not a really person that's like into super big camber, but I mean it's not like that's the rear camber. Like it does have a quite a bit of rear camber. I think it's 3 degrees, but it's not crazy amount. Like it's not hella flush like Stancy Pants amount. How do the new coilovers handle? The coilovers that are on the car. So what I actually did for now, because I'm working with a company under sponsorship to get a really high-end set of coilovers. We're talking about this set of coilovers cost like what a BMW E30 costs. I'm not joking when I say this. The coilovers cost the same amount as what a stock BMW E30 cost in Thailand. They're crazy expensive, very high-end coilovers, but we haven't worked out that deal yet. So basically what I did was I have a friend that has a set of Olin's coilovers that he allowed me, that are just like sitting in his garage. He's not using them. He allowed me to use his front Olin's coilovers to put in my car to match my rear Olin's coilovers until I get that deal worked out. That's basically what happened. Because when I wrecked the car, I snapped the driver's side front Olin's coilover in half. So I took his two fronts and put it in my car for a couple months while we work out this deal with this company. It's like a sponsorship deal. We're working on some stuff, and they're designing a very specific high-end set of coilovers for my car with a front axle lift and all this type of stuff. So, yeah. Ever heard of Tom Birchie? He's this controversial British guy who fled Thailand and won't admit to his crimes. No, I have no idea who that is. Thanks, dude. Yeah, cream pie, dude. It's so good to see cream pie back. I use Nikon body, several different lenses. I don't landscapes, wildlife, family portraits, senior portraits. If I have time, I hit at car shows. I live near the Tail of the Dragon. Very nice. Which Nikon do you use, Casey? For those, Casey, check that out. Nikon. That was my first camera. Nikon D50, my first camera. Nikon 50 millimeter 1.8 nifty 50, my first lens. Alien B AB 800 strobes, my first strobes. Photoshop logo. Yeah, big Nikon guy, obviously. E30 K20 Turbo. You're perfect. Your E30 sounds good, but not a real, not real car guy car. Yeah, I was going to build an E30 with a turbo K20, but then the car that I owned popped up for sale as a project car and it already had the M3 V8 in it, so I bought that. I did not change the offset on the rear wheels. No, they're the exact same. All I did was when the wheels were damaged, I just replaced the outer lip because they're three-piece wheels. You have the outer lip, you have the wheel face, and then you have the inner lip. So the passenger, driver's side, front and rear wheel lips had to be ordered from Germany and imported in, and then I just replaced those. Yeah. I use an A7 for videos. I had an A7 A7R4 as well. Good vibes, Patia. Good to see you in Buriam, dude. Yeah, yeah. Tell Shih Tzu and Sue I said hello, both of them. I have an old D50. I still have my D50, Casey. I still have my first camera, my D50. Yeah, I still have it. Fong says, I plan to come Thailand February to April next year. Where can I find info on what car shows will be going on? I would like to attend some shows. Fawn, great question. If you check the video description, you will see a link to my Patreon where I have done a monthly car event calendar every single month for the past 3 years. Besides, how can I ride on a turbo longtail riverboat, which you can now. When am I going to do some motorbike tours? And the other main question I get through this channel is how to find out about car events. And it's very simple. I do a monthly car event calendar. You finding out about car events is next to impossible unless you can type in Thai, because everything is organized in Thai. So you have to be able to Google and like search things on Facebook and Instagram in the Thai language. Otherwise, you cannot find out about any car events ever. Now, me, I know about all the events because the organizers reach out to me and ask me to come to their events. So I will make a YouTube video about their event because it makes them look good that a foreigner YouTuber was at their event making content. So they invite me to all of their events. So I take all of this and I put it together and I post it as a monthly car event calendar every single month on my Patreon. The link is in the video description. Thank you, Dong Too Long, for giving me the opportunity to plug my Patreon. Cheers. What was the first car you bought in life? Mine was a Nissan Reebok. My first car was a Honda Prelude. 88 Honda Prelude SI was my first car. I went to the auction with my dad and I bought it with a blown up transmission. And we swapped a transmission in it. Yeah, that was my first car. 88 Honda Prelude SI. Good vibes, Patia. Got some sick footage sound of cream pie. Dude, please send it to me. Send me an email with the footage. I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit. Please send it to me so I can use it in my video. Thank you very much. I was filming solo and it's really difficult. Like the car sounds good from the inside, but it sounds really good from the outside. And it's very difficult for me to be in the car, driving the car, and get footage of me driving it from the outside. You know what I'm saying? So, are you coming back to ATL for the holidays? I am not. I'm staying here for the holidays. There's no place in the world I would rather be in November and December than Thailand. November and December, the weather, the vibe, everything about Thailand is just it's the best place in the world. For the months of November and December, there's not a place in the world that's better than Thailand. If you disagree, you're wrong. I'm sorry. Yeah. Cool. Good vibes, Patia. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. It was very last minute me making it to that event. I didn't think I was going to make it. It was very, very last minute. I didn't think the car was going to be ready. So I didn't have any videographers or anybody with me to film exterior shots of me in my car. Chad, I keep getting ads blocking your comment. I'm not sure what that means. Do you drift? No shame if you don't. I mean, I've been known to slide a car around, but I don't like participate in like drifting events. I would love to. I would absolutely love to. I would absolutely love to build a drift car here in Thailand and then actually compete in the drifting series and then make videos about the entire process of building the car and competing in the car. Man, that would be an absolute dream. I just uh, right now I just I don't have the money to build a drift car and to compete with a drift car. Right now, a lot of my money is tied up in investments and stuff like that. So um, maybe in the future, maybe if my investments pay off and I get rich, maybe look for that in 2026. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. SEMA 2024 was a disaster. Car Guy Noob. Why? Why was it a disaster? We watched some videos on here about we watched one video of a guy from it was the big not Drag Times. I can't remember the big popular drag racing magazine. He did a tour of SEMA, and he's a dedicated hardcore drag racer, and he did a YouTube video giving everybody a tour of his favorite cars at SEMA. We watched that video on this channel, and it's pretty good. Do you still see that drifting chick, Chrissy? Yeah, I still see her at car events pretty often. Yeah, yeah, she's still out. Yeah, she competes in Underground Drift. I think it's the Underground Drift series. I see her at car events pretty often. Lots of incomplete builds at SEMA. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. The problem is like we just went through this with my car going to the Chain Classic Revival this past weekend. Car shops are notoriously bad. I worked at car shops for many years in the US. Car shops are notoriously bad for doing everything last minute, like doing absolutely everything last minute. And so you end up not being able to get parts or something isn't done. And if you've invested all that time and money to have a space at SEMA and your car is expected to be there, sometimes you end up there with a car that's not really done, you know? I mean, we made it to the Chain Classic Revival with Cream Pie, and I was able to drive it around all weekend. It started, it ran, it did well. I was able to take it out on parade laps, but it definitely was not track ready. I've seen so many half-ass paint jobs, Bluetooth drive shafts. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, there should be something. So a perfect example of this is I attended an event called the Bangkok Hot Rod Show. You guys will like this. I attended an event called the Bangkok Hot Rod Show earlier this year with Cream Pie. It was held at Impact Arena. And before you were able to take your car into the event to be judged, you had to drive it like a certain distance. Like they made like a tiny autocross course in the parking lot. So you had to drive the car through the tiny little autocross course and then pull it up next to a big sign where it said Bangkok Hot Rod Show so they could take a photo of your car and then you could take it into the event. If your car could not physically drive through that autocross course, uh, it it could still go into the event, but it had like points deducted from it from the car show. And I thought that was a great idea. Like, if you have a car at a car show, cars should run and drive. And yeah, I've heard many stories about many cars at SEMA literally not even running. Um, like being pushed out of the event, pushed in the event and pushed out of the event because they just don't drive. Yeah. By the way, guys, if you're coming to Thailand in December and January, the guys that run the turbo diesel boat ride service are now taking reservations for December. FYI, if you're here, they're doing group rides every Wednesday. December 4th has 2 spots left. December 11th is sold out. December 18th has 4 spots left. December 25th is Christmas, so there's no ride on Christmas. And they're taking reservations for January as well. So just putting it out there, if you guys are coming to Thailand over the next couple months, you need to go for ride on one of those turbo diesel boats. They are insane. The boat that we use, they actually just upped the boost. It's now making 500 horsepower. I haven't ridden on it yet. I rode on it with 400 horsepower, but now it makes 500 horsepower, which is insane. Which is insane. So, if any of you guys want to get on a turbo diesel boat that makes 500 horsepower, you're out of your mind, but go for it. I'm quite surprised to ride on Christmas in Thailand. Joe, yeah, up the boost. Up the boost. No ride on Christmas Day. Yeah, he upped the boost. It's an extra 100 horsepower. Apparently, it's a new fuel system, so more boost. Now makes 500 horsepower instead of 400. Jesus. Oh, I'm surprised that there's no ride. Yeah. Top speed is they also installed a digital speedometer on the boat as well. I think they're doing like I think it's like 130 kilometers per hour. It doesn't sound that fast, but when you're on it, oh my god, dude, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. Like it truly is terrifying. Joe, yeah, I mean, I think most people on like, we have a private group ride with, a, excuse me, a couple friends the day after Christmas. But, yeah, Christmas it's kind of a thing in Thailand, but it's not really like a holiday, if that makes sense. Yeah, Norman, top speed's like 120 kilometers an hour, man. Like I said, it doesn't sound that fast, but on water in a tiny little wooden boat, bro, it's terrifying. Terrifying, dude. Okay, guys, we are going to watch some YouTube videos because that's what I want to do. We have some very good videos that have popped up recently that I have really, really wanted to watch. And I've put them in my save later thing to watch them with you guys. Later, Casey. Man, I love doing these videos this time of night. It's way better than doing them in the morning. I don't get as many viewers. Like we only have like maybe like 60 people in the chat this time of night or morning in the US. Where if I do them like really early in the morning, like 7, 8 a.m. here, 7, 8 a.m. this time, which is like the evening time in the US, we have double the amount of viewers. We have 150, 200 viewers in the chat. But I just like this way more. I'm more chill. Like, because my day's over with. I ain't got shit to do. I got nothing to do, guys. I'm just hanging out here, drinking beer with you guys, watching YouTube videos. Like, I ain't got shit to do. And when I do these live streams in the morning, I just think about all the things I have ahead of me for that day. And I'm like, oh man, I got to do this live stream. But like, I just want to get it over with so I can work on all the shit that I have to work on. Anyway, so listen, guys, who in the chat has ever watched HGTV, House Hunters International? I know this is out of left field. This is so out of left field. But who has watched House Hunters International, HGTV, House Hunters International? So this video is Miami model seeks a new path in Thailand, full episode recap, House Hunters International, HGTV. We are watching HGTV on this YouTube channel. What are we doing? But it's a model from Miami, and she's moving to Thailand. So this has to be interesting, right? Okay, Jason's watched House Hunters International as well. Norman, what's up? This is just a video that I have to watch. And screw it, I'm going to watch it with you guys. Yes, it's a curveball. But bro, it's a model from Miami, and she's moving to Thailand, and she's looking for a house. I'm interested. I tell people this all the time. If your first place you go to, it will ruin every other country for you. Because every other country you go to, I still do it to this day. Anytime I go to any country, all I do is compare it to Thailand. Oh, the hotels and Airbnbs are better in Thailand. Oh, the food's better in Thailand. Oh, this, that. Like, it ruins you as a traveler. Part of me says if you're going traveling, don't come to Thailand first. Go to other countries first and kind of save Thailand. But part of me also says it's the best country to visit as a tourist or even as an expat. So why not go to the best of the best? But yeah, she said she got bit by the travel bug, hit the road, and ever since she visited Thailand, it's where she wanted to be. And I don't blame her because I get it. She would probably do really well as a model in Thailand because she has a very, she's not my style personally, but she has a very unique look, obviously. So you really don't see many models. There's a big industry when it comes to models. There's a massive industry here that brings Russian models into Thailand for fashion modeling and advertising and stuff like that. But her look is not very popular here. So, I mean, it's something that she has a daughter that is a senior in high school and brought her with her to Chiang Mai. That's crazy. That's crazy, right? Josh says, I only visited Thailand in 1991 when I was 14. Too young to get in trouble, but that was amazing. Wow. Man, I wish I could have came to Thailand in the 90s before social media and stuff.
The fun color.
Well, oh, I screwed up.
Okay, would love this.
She gonna have one friend there.
Nice.
Sorry, I screwed up. I was trying to read comments. Later, Wildwin. Buy a huge property to get it confiscated? She's not buying property, dude. She's a foreigner. She can't buy property. She's trying to rent. So house 1, 2 bed, 2 bath, expat area, good outdoor space, small. Very nice, modern, new house. Steep for 2 bedrooms, $515. Bro. I mean, that's $515 in Thai baht. How much is that? $515. 17,800 baht. So that's less than what I was paying for my 1-bedroom beach condo here in John Tiem. But, you know, Chiang Mai is cheap, man. Chiang Mai is super cheap. 17,000 baht for a 2-bedroom house in Chiang Mai. that is a little expensive. But if you look at the house, it's very modern. It's very new.
Oh, it's
Man, brand new house, 3 bedroom, 2 bath, modern, spacious, pricey. This is a nice looking house. What do you guys think this house is going for? I'm going to say this house is, I'm going to say this house is 22,000 baht, 630 US dollars. I'm going to guess $20 a month. $19,700, 19,700 baht currently because of all the construction that's going on. It's because the construction is going on that you're getting this house for 19,700 baht, $570. Once the construction's over with, the price of rent is going to go up. She's complaining about the construction, but the construction is making the house even within a margin of her budget. Because if it wasn't for the construction, that house was going to be 25,000 baht a month. Kitchen's small. Bro, that kitchen is small. Do you see my kitchen? This is my kitchen. Like, I'm getting another beer. This is my kitchen. That's my kitchen. Like, that's it. That's my whole ass kitchen, guys. And she's complaining that that kitchen is small. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. And you're in Thailand. Oh, fuck. That house would be 4,000 a month in Toronto. Facts. Yeah, you're in Thailand. It's not like you cook a lot. You go out to eat almost every single day, or if you don't go out to eat, you order Grab food. Like, come on, dude. She's complaining that that kitchen is small. Unbelievable, bro. That's a small kitchen. Look at my kitchen. 4 bed, 3 bath, spacious, older. So this is an older Thai style house, basically. I don't think she's gonna like this. I don't think she's gonna like it. My guess on this is going to be, um, is this an ad? I don't think it's an ad. My guess is going to be 15,000 baht, which is $430. So my guess is 15,000 baht, 430 US dollars. Josh, I agree. Number one, home number one for sure. I agree. She's concerned about her older daughter coming to visit, but her older daughter is only going to come to visit probably a couple weeks of the year. Put her on a couch or get her a hotel nearby. Hotels in Thailand are cheap.
oh wow, you have like a little garden.
Yeah. Penny can make mud pies.
It needs a little work.
And
Josh said F Penny. I got an email about this live stream. Live stream copyright notice. Your stream was interrupted. It was a good weekend in Thailand. Due to a copyright match, your stream was interrupted. Streams are interrupted when copyrighted content are detected. After copyrighted material is no longer being streamed, streams are automatically re-enabled. What the hell is going on? Wow.
special editions, trims.
Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? We're back? Yo! WTF? Bro, WTF? What is going on? HGTV put like out a hit on my YouTube. Look at this. Look at this email. Live stream copyright notice. Your stream was interrupted. It was a good weekend in Thailand, CB Live. Due to a copyright match, your stream was interrupted. Video title is a good weekend in Thailand, CB Live. Streams are interrupted when copyrighted content is detected. After copyrighted material is no longer being streamed, streams are automatically re-enabled. Wow. Fuck you, HGTV. Suck my dick if you're watching currently. Fuck you. What the hell, dude? Are we back? That was wild, yo. That was not some shit that I've ever seen before. I don't have an audio problem. I have an HGTV problem. That was pretty lame. Yeah. Listen, that's what I get for watching some HGTV shit on this live stream. Okay, you shouldn't have any audio issues now. Audio and video is fine for me, doubling the audio. Man, dude, HGTV, y'all can suck my dick, HGTV. Audio should be good now, right, guys? Audio's okay? Well, we can talk about this Copacabana 45th floor, 39 square for $5,600 a month. For $56,000 a month. Wow. Bubba, and you couldn't pay me money to live in Copacabana. Damn, I don't think you guys could hear that, but somebody was ripping it outside. Yeah, I would never live in Copacabana ever. It's like 75% of the condos there are all Airbnbs. You just have a bunch of people coming and going, tourists coming and going nonstop. Audio should be good, right? Like I'm looking at my audio and the only thing audio coming in is through here. No other audio is coming in anywhere. Anyone double audio refresh the browser and it should fix it. Thank you, Survey 1010. Fun police striking again. Once again, HGTV. Fuck you. What a bunch of assholes. Okay. We are going to go back to watching car content then. The next video that we are watching is called This RWB Porsche Situation is Insane. So lately, RWB has been getting a lot of hate on the internet. You can please let me know in the comments below what you think about Porsche 911 RWB builds. I generally want to know what your opinion on the builds are. And I also generally want to know if you've ever attended an RWB build yourself. Now, I've attended an RWB build that was done in Atlanta. It was for Rutledge Wood, one of the hosts of Top Gear USA. And it was a pretty cool experience. It was like a 2-day experience watching watching the RWB build happen. Had an LS3 swap. And I think when it comes to RWB builds, there's 2 types. So let me show you. So I like some RWB cars, and I don't like other RWB cars. So check this out, guys. Oh, I actually have it on my desktop here. So what do you guys think about this car? What do you think? Let me know. Now, there are different types of RWB Porsche 911s. There's the ones that are really, really wide, like super wide, like obnoxiously wide, with the really massive wings. Now, I saw this RWB this weekend at the Chang International Revival, and I absolutely fell in love with this car. I love this car. Like, to me, this is the same as Cream Pie. It has the bolt-on fenders and the little duckbill wing, and it has nice stance, and it looks really good. I think this is a beautiful car. Now, some of the RWB builds, in my opinion, are too much. They're too aggressive. They're too wide. They have like a wing with another wing stacked on top of it with like an arrow wing, and then there's like vents, and like on the rear fender flares, there's like arrow wings coming off of that, and it's too much. But this thing, this RWB, is so incredibly sick. It's beautiful. Yes, yeah, Bubba, this is an old school air-cooled 911 with the RWB treatment, so it's wide body. And I think this is a beautiful car. Super clean for an RWB. Exactly, correct. There's different types of RWB builds. And recently, listen, I'm not here to defend RWB. I like some of them. I don't like others. But recently, RWB has been getting an insane amount of hate. And this video popped up, and I think we should watch it. Did RWB's music was okay. I also don't like the RWBs on the modern 911s that you see on the newer 997s. They're already wide enough. The modern 911s are already big and wide vehicles. You know, I don't like wide body R35 GTRs. I don't like larger cars that have wide body treatment to them. Older cars, like my BMW E30 or like an air-cooled 911, adding fender flares to that, I get it. It makes a small car look more aggressive. These modern 911s, man, stock body all the way.
Seems to have.
See, this car that's behind him, look at how crazy and wide the fenders are, and look at
a serious
the wing
problem right now. Now, over the past couple weeks, you have seen this way more than I have. Out of nowhere, it seems like everybody has gone from loving RWB and what it stands for to absolutely hating on it pretty much everywhere you go. And it started with this video. No, God, please, no! Now, we've had the joy of going pretty much all across the country together, all across the world together, and we've been able to make a ton of friends and meet a lot of really cool shops along the way. And so when I started to see people start to talk kind of terribly about RWB, I wanted to figure out just why? And this is my opinion as to why I think that is, because I think it goes further than just people, well, cutting up Porsches. So let's talk about it.
Yeah, this generation, this is a 997 Porsche. I don't like it as an RWB. I'm just being completely honest with you. I'm not a fan.
Now, we're seeing videos pop up all over the place. We're talking about chicken wire and silicone glue and cutting up cars and all this sort of stuff that seems to make every single clickbait video on YouTube go viral. And so I need to take it just a little bit of a step back. I'm gonna spend a little bit of time on the history of RWB because you may not know where it actually started. Now, Akira Nakai is a name that most people would know when we start talking about RWB. The whole story is really simple. It's 60 seconds or less. This whole thing came into concept when Akira was relatively young. We're talking about middle 20s or so, and he was working at a shop where essentially he came across a beaten, bruised, and absolutely destroyed Porsche 911.
This is what I'm talking about. This style RWB, I'm not a fan. But this style RWB, I absolutely love it. Like, it's amazing. Like, if you look at this car and you hate this car because it's an RWB, we just have a difference of opinion on car styling. I think this is beautiful. I absolutely love it. I love the wide body. I love the ducktail. I love the wheels. I love the fitment. I love the classic retro Brembo brakes. This car to me is amazing and I love it. This is too wide. I don't like the stupid like aero stuff on the rear quarter panels. The wing that is mounted to another wing. In my opinion, it's a little bit too much. My opinion.
Porsche 911. He bought it, he wanted to make it his own. He was a car enthusiast before that. He had been drifting under a different team name and he was having a lot of fun and he thought that he could make something happen with this Porsche. He's always been a Porsche fan, he always was a Porsche fan, and there's nothing.
Josh, correct. Josh brings up a good point. He says the green one looks more like a Singer. If the green one, if this car, if the fender flares were blended into the car, and they were not bolt-on fender flares or bolt-on wide body fenders like how the Pandem kit is on my car, if it was blended instead of bolted on, you would think it was a Singer, 100%. Where a lot of the RWBs, they're just a little much for me personally in the styling department.
Nothing really stopping him from trying to take this kind of clunky piece of crap and turning it into something special. And the biggest thing that he did was he cut up the fenders and he made the car ultra wide, essentially establishing what one might call is this Japanese style on an otherwise European car. But here's the key thing that a lot of people have a tendency to miss. This car was kind of a piece of junk when he bought it, and he went to fix it. Now, Akira and the whole concept of the car was that he would go out and he would drive these cars. He spent a ton of time behind the wheel of this car, making it super light, very fast, and a ton of fun. And over time, more people wanted that too. That's the whole story in 60 seconds. Now, in the early 2000s, ultimately RWB would come over to the United States, and there were two RWB cars built for two people that were relatively, I would argue, famous in the aftermarket automotive scene. Once news got kind of around that those two cars got built and people got to see what an RWB kit looked like on a Porsche, pretty much turned into everyone wanting one. Now, here's something I just want to... News got kind of around that those two cars got built, and people got to see what...
If Scotto's 911 had the same ducktail wing as that green one, I would say the same thing about Scotto's 911. If this car didn't have the big, like, GT style wing with the wing mounted to the wing and it just had a duckbill instead, I would say the same thing about his car. I like Scotto's 911.
An RWB kit looked like on a Porsche pretty much turned into everyone wanting one. Now, here's something I just want to set the record straight on. People have this weird infatuation with talking about how poorly designed these cars are, how poorly these cars are put together as. So I went and I looked at like 20 different RWB builds just here at SEMA, and probably another dozen or so that I've met along the way as we've been traveling around the world. And I gotta say, there was not a single time where I saw something where I thought to myself, somebody was necessarily cutting corners. Here's the thing. The whole concept, the shroud around this Akira Nakai thing is that he's some sort of mysterious man. He shows up with nothing. He gets charioted in on this gorgeous chair, and he smokes 27 packs of cigarettes a day and drinks a 30-pack of Coca-Cola, and he stares ominously at a car that he's about to rip in half. And that is what TikTok would have you believe he does. That's not, unfortunately, what he does. Akira Nakai is a car enthusiast, and he's gone through this process of finding a place for him and his style in a culture of groups of people that love to also modify their cars. But Akira's not necessarily coming in and demanding Coca-Cola or demanding cigarettes. He's coming in, and a lot of times, all that he asks for is that the car is prepped and ready to go based on what the color car is going to be, what they might want to do with the car in terms of wheels, tires, and suspension. Outside of that, there's a collaborative conversation that happens between him and the person who's going to end up building that car. Now, he's responsible for making sure that this kit looks as good as it does. But the problem with this is that Akira's not necessarily building the whole car. Akira is only building a portion of the car. And so what happens is sometimes catch glimpses of what would otherwise be an OEM Porsche with ultra-wide wheels, huge fenders, a massive suspension drop, and people will critique it for being a stock 3.6. But that's not Akira's job. Akira comes in and he puts the body kit on. Now, with it being $50,000, you might expect that something like this should be really expensive. After all, everybody on the internet is now dogging on this thing. I don't understand it.
One thing that he brings up is very true. So I actually have a few friends that own RWB cars, and owning an RWB car is like being part of a car club. Like legitimately, like it is like being part of a car club. They go on massive drives together. They do car events together. They have like get-togethers where they have events and dinners, and like owning an RWB is like it's your ticket into like this like community of people that also like that style of car. Whether you listen, if you don't like RWBs, that's fine, and I've said very clearly, some of them I don't like, some of them I do like. I prefer the more toned down, wide body, but more narrow with just the simple duckbill wing. But some of the guys like the crazier cars. But regardless, it is very, very much like it's like an automotive cult. It's not a cult. That's being very, being very, hyperbolic. But it is very much a community of like-minded automotive enthusiasts. So he's right.
Deal about spending a lot of money on PTS colors, on customized.
How many does he build a year? A lot, man, a lot. Like recently, some of this footage in this video was from when they were in the Philippines. And I think he built 6 while he was in the Philippines over like a 2-week period. Like he goes to a country, Philippines, whatever. A friend of mine just opened up RWB in Cambodia, and he'll drop in and build 4, 5, 6 in like a week.
This is the next natural progression of doing it.
I take that back, not 4, 5, 6 in a week, 4, 5, 6 in a couple weeks. When I watched him build Rutledge Woods RWB, it took 2 days.
Air-cooled cars and even 9i7s, it really brings everything together. And now I see clients that may have never ever considered RWB see me pull up next to my GT3 and next to everything else, and I say, wow, these worlds can live together. And not only do they live together, they're harmonious. Yeah, I start working them and looking at it that way.
As we've had a chance to go from America to Mexico to Europe to Japan, we've gotten to experience what different cultures do with cars. And this is going to seem a little bit far-fetched, so you can put the tin hat on if you don't believe me, but here's what I think is what's happening. In the Japanese car culture, what I've noticed is that there's a general tendency that a vehicle is going to be something that a lot of people are going to put their heart and soul into. More often than not, the more extreme you go with a car, the more extreme you go with the modifications.
All of these cars that he's mentioning now are all Pandem cars. These are the guys from Hardcore, and Hardcore Tokyo, and those are all Pandem cars. So it's the same wide body kit as what's on my E30.
More of a counterculture type of person, you have a tendency.
Jason Little, a car club, $50,000 car club. I don't know. Yeah, it's $50,000. Listen, man, if I had one of these cars, personally, I probably wouldn't do it. Personally, I would not do an RWB build. Personally, I would just keep it stock body. Personally, especially at the cost of $50,000 US. But like I said, going back to that green one that I showed earlier in this video that I saw this past weekend at Chang International, that car is sick. It's beautiful. I think it looks significantly better than a bone stock air-cooled 911. But the car that's behind him, the purple car behind him, that's the ultra wide, super crazy wing, crazy aero 911, it's not my style. But it is some people's style.
To be. You don't have to look far when you even go over to the stories of Rocket Bunny and Pandem, where Mura-san had an element
Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that, baby. This guy follows me on Instagram. So he has a Pandem wide body E30 with a Honda K series in it.
The more of a counterculture type of person you have a tendency to be. You don't have to look far when you even go over to the stories of Rocket Bunny and Pandem, where Mura-san had an element of being involved in the Bosuzoku. This was something that we learned when we got to meet his team. And so when he went to go develop his own things, they were wide.
E30s look so good wide body. They're one of the few cars that I love a stock body E30. It's super clean, but it's one of the few cars that just looks so good as a wide body.
And boisterous and loud and crazy, because there's not a whole lot else out there in terms of the Japanese culture where you get to do that level of individualism. So to express yourself through a race car is a pretty damn good way of doing it. And that is one bucket, in my opinion. That's what you're seeing with the wide arches and the crazy wing and the excessive wheels that are just massive, right? It's this huge expression while still being something that looks really good. Now, let's take it to the second bucket. And this is why I say you need to keep your tin hats on, because I might not be making any sense. You have now the European car culture. These are the Italians and the Germans that have spent so much time around building or buying or collecting cars that would otherwise be considered a really expensive piece of machinery. When I was a kid, I dreamed of having a 993. That was like my dream. It still is one of my dream cars. And Porsches and Ferraris have always been one of those cars that I've always wanted to own. And I think you do too. And so when you take something that's as sacrilegious as a really nice spec'd Porsche and you cut it into a billion pieces, it's not gonna take you very long for people to question just what in the hell are you doing? Now here's the thing that I'll say with that. I've watched people critique RWB for doing these sort of things, but at the end of the day, it's a car. But we're gonna get into that. Finally, you have this third culture. The third culture is the culture that really exploded in the early 2000s, and that is the American culture in the car scene, really latching on to what RWB established in Japan. Americans, you don't have to go very far to understand what we're all about. It's a very simple formula. Number one, you need to be yourself. You need to be individualistic. You need to be expressive and unique, and everything about you is determined by how different you are, and you're proud of that. And the whole American culture style is very individualistic. So you kind of have this opportunity where you're seeing these worlds start to collide. You have this Japanese culture and heritage around car building and style, which is where you get the RWB. Then you have these groups of people that are looking at this happening to these Porsches and even Italian cars, for instance, and different brands that are cutting these cars up, which seems so counter to what you would ever do with a car like this. And then finally, you have the Americans that, or I would just argue the folks that just want to be as individualistic as you possibly can. And they don't want to do anything besides stand out, be different, and be better than everyone else. They want to be the tip of the iceberg. Except through all of this, and while I say all these three groups, I don't think you could ever really put them in a single room and not end up with one person getting their ass beat. For some reason or another, two of those three groups can always work really well, but the moment you introduce the third group, I think is when things start to get really weird. And that's what I think has started to happen with RWB. You have these different cultures that have had a tendency to stay relatively further apart, but now that it's gotten so popular and so big, now they're all just in one pool, and everybody's deciding what you should or shouldn't do with a Porsche. Should you cut it up or should you not cut it up? And to that I have to say, after talking to anybody, who cares? When you look at building and modifying cars, it's all about expressionism. It's all about art. It's all about doing things that you want to do. Whether the car is $5,000 or $500,000, it doesn't really depend on that. The key thing that I think has changed in this space is that what happened at the beginning of RWB in terms of putting these kits on cars was that they were kind of already put on cars that were already at the end of their life. After all, the tagline that was on RWB for a while and is on certain cars roughly translates from German to English as second life, giving it a second set of, opportunities out.
So when he started building these RWB cars, these air-cooled 911s were worth like, 10, 15,000 US dollars. And a lot of them were really, truly beat up pieces of shit. And he was buying the worst of the worst and chopping them up and adding fender flares and whatever. And nobody cared because they weren't collectible. And yeah, people just didn't care then. Now these days, the cars are worth six figures, $100,000. So I guess people do care then. What he is saying is one of the reasons I love your channel. Anything and everything goes. Who the fuck cares what others say? It's your own build. Yeah, man. Joe, I agree. Even some of the RWB builds that I don't like, the ones that are too wide and too many flares and wings and arrow and stuff. When I see one, I'm like, it's not my taste, but I just don't care. It's not my car. I don't care. It's not my style, but whatever.
Out there, and that's exactly what RWB kits were. Look at some of the early examples of this, and those cars weren't necessarily the best to look at, and they are a little rough. But as it's gotten more popular, people have become more willing to give Nakai cleaner and cleaner and cleaner Porsches. But Nakai's process and how he builds it and how he cuts and how he processes the car has not changed at all. And what you have is this like imbalance of what people are expecting for how much they're spending compared to what Nakai has started to do and what RWB as a team, as a whole, not just himself, have done. And you've got this weird space now where everybody seems to think that because he's using certain types of material or because he's using silicone gasket or because he's doing this, or this, that for some reason that makes his process or his art less valuable than what it should. I'm gonna break some terrible news for you here. Ever since we started Martini Works, ever since we started helping people figure out what car parts they wanted to buy, there's always a few people that will say, well, is it...
Jason, facts. He 100% knows. I didn't know that. I've never watched Alex Martini. I've never watched this channel. It's the first video I've ever watched from this guy. I didn't know what this was going into it other than addressing the current like RWB hate. But he is a total fanboy.
Worth it. Nothing in terms of modifying a car is going to be financially worth it. You do it because you love to do it. You do it because there's memories that come along the way. You do it because it's fun. And this is another example of that, just on a much larger scale. The money is bigger, the pockets are deeper, the cars are crazier, but at the end of the day, people are just doing it because they want to express themselves. But there's a lot of myths around an RWB build that are just simply wrong. The concept of needing to show up and supply him with an existential amount of Coca-Cola just isn't true. The concept of him telling you what he is going to do to your car and what you're not allowed to do to your car just isn't true. He's a human being. He shows up, he talks to you, he wants to know what you want to do with your build, and then he gets to work. And he's done it for so long that he doesn't want to use other tools. Does that mean that the build quality could be better? Sure, but is the build quality that bad to begin with? No, we've looked at over a dozen of these cars. We've looked at the tow hooks, and I can tell you without a shadow of the doubt, the quality that we see here on the outside and inside the fenders is pretty darn good. One of the things that blew my mind was when I was actually watching one of the RWB kits happen outside of SEMA 2024, I watched him work on the car. And there was this constant back and forth of what seemed to be him looking, evaluating, and then working with his team to figure it out. And then I realized he lost where his goddamn tools were. And then he couldn't figure out where he put something and set it down. Then he'd look at something, he'd go to the other side. He'd come to the back side, he'd look at the other side. And I realized through everything else, he's just a car person. He just loves cars. And the concept of this getting blown to now cloud nine in terms of this being one of the most perfect example builds that you can possibly do, or one of the worst things you can possibly do to a Porsche, I think is just a little bit of baloney. And the reason there seems to be more and more criticism and controversy around this car and what's happening is because these cultures of the European car culture, the Japanese car culture, and the American car culture are now starting to blend into this space, and they all have an opinion on what this should or shouldn't be. And the great news, and I hate to tell you this, is it doesn't really matter. There are a group of people that love what he's done with this car, and there's a group of people that will always hate what people have done with their car. And I know that you're going to tell me in the comments below on whether you think this is a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm going to be honest. 25 years ago, you could buy a 993, you could buy a 964 for the same price as a BRZ or an FRS, because people didn't think they were fantastic cars to begin with. Just one day, people decided that Porsches were collector cars, and they went from $20,000 to $150,000. And the same exact thing is happening with Nissans and Toyotas and Japanese cars in general. Things are only worth what people think things are worth. And for me, in terms of having a car that's as unique as this and as different as this, in terms on if it should be something that's accepted or criticized to stop doing, I'm always going to be a fan of saying, I think this world and this culture needs more of this. But I'm sure you're going to let me know if you think I am absolutely ass backwards on this. And if so, let me know below. And I appreciate it so much. Let me know your thoughts on RWB. And thank you, SEMA, so much for letting me walk around and check out a dozen or so of these RWB cars to be able to meet these incredible folks like Joe who have built this car, drive it absolutely everywhere in the New York City, Jersey area. It allowed me to look underneath the car, allowed me to pull on the tow hook so I could see if it was legit or not legit. That is an awesome experience. And I'm so...
Yeah, man, look, I think what happened was this guy in Japan was in a situation where he bought a cheap, clapped out piece of shit Porsche 911 when it was worth like $10,000. And because he just didn't care because it was so cheap, he put this crazy wide body on it. And then he had someone else ask him, hey, I also have a piece of shit cheap $10,000 Porsche 911. Can you do the same to mine? And then over years and years and decades, these 911s became, instead of $10,000 cars, $50,000 and $100,000 cars. And he was just in the right place at the right time, modifying cars in a way where now people just continue to pay him to do this to their cars. And it's become like, again, it's a community, it's a car club, it's a thing that people want to be part of, whether it's your style or not. I mean, if I was in his situation, I would fly around the world hacking up 911s if you paid me $50,000 for everyone as well. Like I said, he drops into places like the Philippines or Cambodia, and he'll do 4 or 5 at a time at $50,000 a build. Would you turn that down? Because I'm telling you now, I won't. If you're somewhere in the world right now and you have a 911 and you want me to come over there and hack it up and screw some wide body fenders into it and pay me $50,000, I'm getting on a plane tomorrow. I'm telling you, a plane tomorrow. And at the end of all of that, after all of that said, look at this. Look at this. This is an RWB 911. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And for those that are currently in the chat, there you go. If you still hate RWVs, I also saw that this weekend. I also saw this weekend. What do you guys think about that? There's an RWB for you right there. So, we can talk about this if you want to. Ouch is right, bro. So the guy that owns this RWB is a super, super famous Thai actor. Like, really famous Thai actor. Like, the guy that owns this car, look at how many followers he has on Instagram. Can you guys see that? $8.9 million followers on Instagram. He's a super, super famous Thai actor. He's one of the most famous like movie stars in Thailand, and this is his RWB. He had it out at the Chang International Raceway this weekend, and essentially what happened is the muffler broke, or the pipe that was going into the muffler broke, causing it to be essentially straight piped, but the exhaust to exit before the muffler. So the exhaust was exiting before the muffler, and essentially the exhaust was exiting onto the rear bumper. And it got so hot that it melted the rear bumper and the tail light, and the rear half of the car caught on fire. Yeah. So after all of that, if you still hate RWB cars, here's one where its asshole has been burnt apart. Yeah. So, yeah, pretty interesting, right? So that was the story behind RWB. What are we looking like on YouTube? Okay. We got 47 in the chat. Again, I don't think we're going to get a lot of, I don't think we're going to get a lot of viewers this time of day doing these videos, but man, I like them. I like doing the live streams this time instead of in the mornings, because I can just hang out and drink beer. Bubba Tango, off to Soy White House. See you on the web. Soy White House. Oh, that's in John TM. Have fun, man. It's a little late to be going out to Soy White House. 10:20. We'll be closing down soon. I'm late to the party. RWB. Really wide body. I think it's Rough World. Rough World something. I don't know. It's Rough World. I don't know what the B stands for. Josh, yeah, the rear bumper's like fiberglass. The rear deck lid is fine. Literally, the only thing that he needs to replace is the rear bumper and the center section of the tail light. Everything else is fine. I was standing there in the paddock this weekend, and I smelt. It was that smell when you smell burning plastic. I'm like, what is that smell? And somebody was like, the RWB, the green RWB car just caught on fire. And I was like, no way, you're full of shit. And I look around, like, yeah, that one right there. And I walked around behind it, and I was like, oh my God, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. And what's crazy is I was right there, dude. When he was going out on track, I'm going to show you guys the video real quick. This is the car that caught on fire. This car right here. So this is the car that caught on fire. And an exhaust repair. Yeah, he does need an exhaust repair. For sure. Rough World Style, Flat 4 VW. Thank you very much. This blue turbo. Oh my God. That thing is sick. Beautiful, bro. There you go. This is right before the car caught on fire. So sick, dude. Oh, Mike, I did not. I need to watch that video. I haven't watched it yet. This blue turbo. Oh. So you guys will like this. I end up accidentally talking to his girlfriend. My God, look at this thing, dude. Wow, that is so cool. With the whale tail as well. Look at the whale tail. And again, you'll notice the plate. This is another Malaysian car. And I don't know if it's coming off on camera properly with my mic. Oh yeah. No, Jason, it wasn't sitting in a line on track. It was actually out on track. So you can see the car here. The green RWB that caught on fire. It caught on fire when it was on track. Because again, the exhaust came out, the exhaust came loose before the muffler. So essentially it disconnected before the muffler. So it was essentially straight piped. And for some reason it didn't have a heat shield on it between the muffler, the exhaust system, and the rear bumper and tail lights. And it got so hot, I don't know how the guy driving didn't notice, it got so hot that the rear bumper and the tail light caught on fire. Yeah. Dude. That thing is sick. Beautiful, bro. So sick, dude. Oh my God. Oh. I like your hair.
Thank you.
It's very pretty. Oh, where are you from? Are you from Malaysia?
I'm Thai.
Oh, you're Thai.
I'm Thai.
Where are you from in Thailand?
Bangkok.
Oh. So come to find out, this chick, the guy in the green RWB that caught on fire, that's her boyfriend. So I didn't know this at the time. I actually walked up to her and asked her if she was Malaysian because I thought she was from Malaysia. And she was filming some of the Porsche 911s and a lot of them were from Malaysia. So I thought she was from Malaysia. But come to find out, the guy that has the green RWB that caught on fire, this is his girlfriend. And come to find out, she's also super famous with like millions and millions of followers. I didn't know this. What part?
Huh?
What part of Bangkok?
Ratchada.
Oh,
You know?
Ratchada, yeah.
Yes.
I used to live in Ekamai.
Huh?
I used to live in Ekamai.
Really?
Yeah, for 5 years.
Where are you now?
Now I want to live on the beach. So I go to John Tiem. John Tiem Chai Cup. Because I go to Bangkok almost every weekend to go to car show or go to car race. So I go to Bangkok every weekend.
Nice.
So I want to live in Phuket, but I cannot.
Oh, you born in Phuket?
No, I'm American.
American?
American, yeah.
And you live in Thailand for how long now?
About 6 years.
6 years?
Yeah.
And you speak Thai?
My cup. Nit noi.
My cup.
Nit noi.
Nit noi.
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit. What car did you bring? Did you bring a car?
No, my boyfriend brings
What car is his?
Porsche.
Which one?
I don't really know.
You don't know?
Yeah,
Oh,
because he have a lot of cars, so I don't
of
know.
course,
Yeah.
of course. I bring my BMW.
Okay.
Yeah, my BMW is over there.
You race?
Yeah, today. Yeah, in my BMW.
Okay.
Okay, see you.
Cheer you up.
Bye-bye. Bye. So she said my boyfriend brought his Porsche, and I asked which one, and she goes, I don't know because he has many of them. She didn't even realize which Porsche her boyfriend was driving because he has so many Porsches that she couldn't keep track of which one he was driving. And then like 30 minutes, or not even 10 minutes later, his Porsche caught on fire. Yeah. So. Ten minutes later, Porsche looks like that. Like that, unfortunately. Yeah, because I was like, where was the heat shield? Apparently, for some reason, there was no heat shield, bro. There was no heat shield between the exhaust system and the body for whatever reason. I don't know why. F1 drivers were complaining about the smell of weed in Las Vegas. Man, they don't need to come to Thailand, man. Thailand is, you can't go anywhere without smelling it here. Speaking of that, it's time for me to end this live stream because I have one more beer to drink. I'm going to hang out. I'm going to watch some YouTube. And then I'm going to go to bed because I do have some stuff to do tomorrow. And it is 10:30. We're back up to 50 in the chat. We kind of fluctuated between 30 and 60 during this live stream. If you're here currently during the live stream, thank you for being here. I appreciate the support on the CB Live channel. I'll probably be back tomorrow night, maybe. Probably tomorrow night. We do have a big event for the CB Patreon members on Thanksgiving here in Pattaya. So I have to deal with that. Then this weekend I have some car stuff I have to deal with. But I'm doing my best to try to stay as consistent as possible here on the CB Live channel. And I do appreciate you guys being here hanging out with me. But I got one more beer to drink, and then I'm going to bed, and I will catch you guys another live stream.